Welcome back to my channel. My name is Just a Fun Guy, and today I'm going to try my third attempt at making a city of over 1 million people on SimCity 4. My last two attempts were actually quite successful. The city that was actually over here, but I imported it over here just because I wanted neighbors and to make it like a little more fair to try to make 1 million people in the city. This city has over 1 million. This city has over 2 million. How many patrons and guests will I get in this particular city? I just called 1 million people. I don't know. Off camera, I decided to make the transportation because you would have just been watching me do basically this for an hour. And I know that's boring YouTube video making, so decided just to skip that. And of course I have neighbor connections that determine the spacing, but I'd say between like 4 and maybe 7, maybe even 8 would be good for proper road spacing. This is a little too big. Might as well cut that in half. And cut this in half. And before I get my zones ready, and I'm only going to use 2 or 3 zones, I'm not going to use any industry, because 1 is a high polluter, and 2, I want to have nothing but tall buildings, and industry buildings don't get that tall. And before I put any of these zones down, I'm going to put down the important stuff. But first, got to unlock everything, like the deluxe police station, because I don't have it quite yet. And when it comes to my money cheat is this open grass area. You have to stick it in water, so what I did was just lower the terrain, and then equal it back out. But that's basically what I do for my money, because this is the deluxe edition. It's got all the packages, and the most amount of money you get is 500,000 on easy mode and 100,000 on hard mode. You can do certain cheats on here, like let's say you need some extra money. You could do Control X weakness pays. You get 1,000. And if you do risky money, you get 10,000. But again, it's risky money. You risk a earthquake. Earthquakes are not good. Not only destroy buildings and roads, they destroy water pipes. And if there's one thing your Sims need is water. Sim goes with all these Sim firemen. Now that I got my fire and my fire hazard is all set, with my crime is all set, and now it's time for power and water. Because in order to have a city, I need both power and water. And being I unlocked everything, I will use a couple of hydrogen power plants for my million people city. That's a lot of people. And all those people are going to use power eventually to power their homes, offices. So having a few of those power plants, it's good to have them. And of course, if I need more power, my utilities advisor, Jonas Sparks, will let me know. I'm taking a look at what my city planner says. Nothing important. Nothing important. Nothing in general. Nothing important, and nothing. I do keep track of what my the people in charge of everything do say, because they do have good things to say sometimes. But sometimes it's like, oh, crappy, unimportant update. there are some city scenarios where it's just like office buildings. If only I could get rid of like all those people, but I can't. Now I got my power. Next thing is my water. Of course, I have water pipes, but my water pipes aren't going to be very effective without water pumps. I'm going to put many large water pumps down because there's going to be a lot of people in my city, and all these people are going to use water. Whether it be to drink, to bathe, to I don't know what they do with water. It's their business. Time to put the water pipes down. And the water pipes are kind of like roads. It's kind of boring to watch me put them up. So after the second one, I will cut to the final result. All done. My city now has power and water. And before I get to health and education, I'm going to map out where I'm going to put everything when it comes to zones. No industry is just straight up blue and green, no yellow. Next thing I gotta worry about, well, the next few things are my health and education. When it comes to health, I downloaded a hospital mod, and this hospital can take care of like 5 times more Sims than the regular large medical center. So I just plop down 3 or 4 of these, and it's all good. 4. Now we're 4. There we go. 4 medical centers that can hold way more. Maximum number of patients it can hold is 11,250. Now it's time for education. It's gonna get a little expensive, but I got my money mod, and expenses don't matter. Plus, if I'm making more, I can always get rid of the excess amount of money. There's a way to do it. I may not show you in this episode, but I don't know. When it comes to education, I first like to do large elementary schools. Let's see how my education looks so far. Looks like there's a lot of circles, a lot of areas where I can go. I'm going to try to do the same for large high schools, but being they're so much bigger, they take up a little more room. Put one there. I will put one here. 12 large high schools, 12 large elementary schools. That's not all the education I'm going to put down. By the airport here, I'm going to put down a large library. If I can find it again. Should be in the education. Large library. Of course, I'd have to have 5 good libraries to put it down in a regular scenario, but right now, when I have all the buildings unlocked, I just put it down just because it's good to have. It can hold 440,000 books. Hopefully I got Sims who love to read. It's going to be the only saving grace of that library, is Sims loving to read. And I have a feeling they will. Moving on with the education, I'll also put down a major art museum. I'm pretty sure my Sims will love to have some culture. And the last that I'll put down, well, I'll put down a college, then I'll put the last thing down. Now, the college doesn't necessarily have to be in the residential zone, because it goes full circle when it comes to taking up the majority of the map. Where it reaches is all over. The private schools are tricky. What I do is I try to find where a lot of these schools kind of end, where their zones are. And right there, I put the public school to try to make sure all my Sims get educated. One there, one there. One down here. And I think I pretty much have everything. And I suppose I'll put the university down. And I'll put it down next to a country club, because I know those are two things that people are going to want. So clear a big area for both of them. One for the country club. And the university will go right beside it. And that is perfect. There we are. Let's make a recap on what we got. Go up to the data views. I got my fire stations. I have police stations. It's totally awesome when it comes to education. All my Sims will be educated. And they all should be pretty dang healthy too. And I don't have water pollution yet, but I do have power and water. Now that I have everything to make a city, let's watch some buildings grow. Oh, well, when it comes to the airports, it all depends on where you put your airport. For me in particular, I use the airport as kind of a barrier between the residential and the commercial. I decided to skip the time lapse and just let the city kind of sit idle for 2 years. And boy, did the population grow from like 20,000 to like 80,000. My city's population is growing astronomically. Whether or not it keeps growing, that'll be the question, but it should. And even if I have to, I'll make the taxes 0 to make the population like double. But just then it'd sit for a couple of years without the camera on. Really helped. And one of the cool things I got was a TV station. Yes, this TV station. And then you have a couple of consulting centers right by it. What else did I get new? I got an opera house. I think you saw that. Kind of like the, this is the back end of the opera house. Other than that, I just got a few, I just put down a couple of more churches because my Sims can be very religious at times. It's funny, I put down the church right at Christmas time last year. And I'm almost at 100,000. 102,000. I broke the 100,000 mark. That's the hardest thing to do, is break that mark. All I gotta do is keep on in the 106. All I gotta do is just let it grow. When it comes to buildings, especially buildings with these boxes, if you have this box problem and you just want to delete, I'm not gonna do that, but you can. But that would impact the growth of your city. Because they may not look like buildings, but they got people inside them. You destroy people's homes, they're going to want to move out of your city. take a look at some graphs. Commute time has gone down significantly. Don't really have any crime. My water and power are slowly going up. When it comes to jobs and population, I got a lot of high-end commercialism. My garbage captivity has gone down, but I know how to take care of my garbage problem once and for all. There's a mod I downloaded that will... It's essentially you move your garbage to hyperspace. But I will do that in a second, because now Hollywood wants to put a movie studio in my city. And I will not decline. Movie studio can go right here. Let's remake my road and fix my garbage problem. Only 3 outtakes. Not bad for a movie. Let's see what I can... where's that garbage mod I was talking about? Here it is. Hyperspace garbage disposal. And they're expensive. And if you have too much money, this is how you can burn a hole. Burn that money, burn in a hole. Pocket. And bada boom, bada bang, garbage problem solved. It's better than a landfill because you can actually demolish it. Your landfills will dissolve, they will decompose over time, but that takes way too long. And if you're not careful, all that garbage can go back out into your city. But with that mod, the garbage doesn't go anywhere. I don't really produce any garbage. Population by age is mostly young people, probably just looking to move into the big city for the first time. Education by age, well, it's average. Mayor ratings, average. Income and expenses, let's just say I'm spending more. Well, I'm at 136,000. I may even break 200,000. Just gotta keep it on fast forward mode. And take care of my water pollution. Where exactly is my water pollution? It's kinda everywhere. So what I'll do is kind of find like the place where it's the most prevalent. And this is the only occasion I am going to mess with my residential buildings. But it doesn't matter in the long run because that's just like a tenth of a 100th of the population. And I will put a water treatment facility down. Rezone and water pollution, well, for the most part, solved. You gotta put a couple of them down. I see a perfect spot to put one here. Find my water pump. And all the pollution from over there is being taken care of. I feel like I have to put down many, which you do. You have to put down a few in order for your pollution problem to go away. And it is slowly but surely going away. And I hate to do this, but more buildings need to be demolished for water treatment facility. But hey, it's either have clean water, it's either stay there and have dirty, rotten egg smelling water, relocate and have clean water. Your choice. And my water pollution's pretty much almost completed. I think I may have accidentally destroyed some water pumps here. So, let's fix the whoopsie by adding some more pumps. And it looks like I have a small strip that needs some water because pipes were destroyed. That's pretty much all the water pump problem for now. And finally, I think I have this should be the last treatment facility I put down. There shouldn't be. That doesn't look like there's that much more pollution. And I need to fix some more water pipes. Or the latter, it's put more water pumps in there. Let's take a look to see how my water usage is. It's not the water usage, it's just there's no pipes there. They got deleted. Gotta think about where they are for a second there. And here is the problem. That zone is unwatered, but not for long. My water pollution problem is all fixed. The pump is just slowly taking care of the rest of the water pollution. And that should be the end of that. Air pollution I can't do much with, but there is very little air pollution. And traffic I can do some stuff with it, but it just takes up too much city space. So it's just pretty much how to build a big city with over 1 million people, just not with 1 million people yet. In order to get to 1 million people, it's going to have to sit. And I think I'll let it sit for about 10 years or so before I come back. I'll see you in 10 years. Eventually, if you are patient enough, your city will wind up like this. Patch-free, full of life, and with 2.3 million people. I decided to not wait on the other city because I don't have all night. This is kind of like what they do on TV, is they already have something pre-prepared. And that's basically what this is, just showing you what could be. And the 2.3 million didn't come overnight. This is a 100-year-old city. And it is, as long as it's taken, it's my pride and joy city because it has the most population. The higher the population, the more I like it. And with that being said, my name is Mr. Fun Guy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that bell icon. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I'm signing off. So long, YouTube.